Our chief health editor, Dr. Partha Nandi, here with us to talk about something that's hard for most of us to resist.
Oh, for sure, especially when we all get off after the 11 o'clock and it's midnight. We're talking about late night snacking, of course. And Doctor, I know there's a new study about this. We need help, for sure.
It's a big problem all throughout the world, and this new study really helps us. It's a study from Brigham Young University, and it focuses on how the brain responds to foods at different times of the day. So researchers showed images of food to 15 women. Low-calorie foods like vegetables, fruits, and fish, and high-calorie foods like candy and ice cream and fast food. The high-calorie food generated spikes in brain activity, but those spikes were lower in the evening. So what it means is that you actually eat more snacks at night because your brain is telling you the food is not as satisfying or rewarding as it is in the daytime. So you end up eating more to get satisfied.
Oh, yeah.
And so while the findings are preliminary, and it's important to know it's preliminary, researchers believe they may have the implications of eating behavior and weight management. So really, really important.
Is there a fix, though?
You know, I think they have to find out how we can get those the brain activity to be higher in the nighttime and maybe eat healthier foods and not late at night, you know.
Gotcha.
Midnight is like our 6 p.m.
It
That's
is, for sure.
Especially, it's a big problem.
Look,
Got my baby here today, and I'm a longtime allergy sufferer, Dr. Nandi, and it's that time of year. We're talking about the sneezing, the wheezing, but she gets headaches sometimes.
Yeah.
Is that an allergy symptom?
It can be, and this is the confusing part of it, is that, you know, allergies and colds have so many symptoms that are similar. So people think, well, I've got a cold. The biggest problem, to me, the number one problem that we have as physicians is that patients come to us and they say, you know what, I want an antibiotic and I want a prescription. It's not always a good reason to want an antibiotic, because if you take one, you can have resistance and then you can't fight the bugs that really happen. So Partha's prescriptions, really important to understand that common colds are usually caused by viruses and allergies are caused by the immune system's reaction to certain allergens. Now, colds last about 3 to 10 days, up to 2 weeks, and can be treated with rest, over-the-counter cold remedies, and pain relievers. However, allergies can last weeks and are treated with antihistamines, decongestions, and avoidance of allergens. So it's important to know that, listen, you know what, they may have similar symptoms, but they're very different. And then I also, at this time of year, get questions about ear infections. People say, you know, my ears hurt. Same idea, you know, for those of you who are watching, is that sometimes the symptoms of an allergy can also be in your ears. And an upper respiratory tract infection like a cold can then lead also to a ear infection. So you have to really watch, especially in young kids. You know, your child is a little older than the infants, but young kids especially, if they have persistent symptoms, take them to the doctor. But don't just run to an antibiotic right away. That's my key message for those of you who are watching, is that don't ask your doctor for a prescription, because it's becoming a big problem with resistance, and we're not able to fight the drugs.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Nandi. We so appreciate you, especially
Right.
giving
Thank you.
advice
Thank
to
you,
Glenda and her
Dr.
baby.
She's such a good girl. My daughter would be on the floor crawling by now.
Thank you so much.
We'll see you on Friday.
Thank you.